Hi, it's Noelle. I am here with a craft room tour and a couple of do's and don'ts that I have come across along the way in doing this. I'm probably not going to go over a lot of organization of what's in the drawers because there are people out there with craft rooms that are way better organized than this, that have given some really good insights on where they put things and how they do it. But I have a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. So this is probably 3 generations from the last time I put up a craft room tour. My table used to be over on this side of the room, and I used to use these big cabinets that I had separated. And at Christmas time, my sweet husband said to just redo my craft room to get what it was that I really wanted and what I really needed, so that it would just be what I wanted instead of this piecing together what we had. So the first thing I put together, and sorry, this is a little messy. This is some stuff for my business when I go to trade shows. This cart I got at an auction that we have near us, and I spray painted it pink, and I keep my Cricut there. And I like that it's right next to my big desk because then I have the cord like right here, and I can just grab it and hook it up to my laptop and cut away. I use it probably almost every day because it's so handy, because it's out, it's ready to go. I'm just there. This chair I also got at the same auction, and I love that it's on wheels. I love that the floor has no carpeting and the chair is on wheels, because then I can roll over here to the Cricut, grab the mat, throw the paper on it, and it's worked great. I can roll over to the bins. I can't recommend enough having a chair that you can roll around on. It just works out great. And then this desk is actually a door that we took off, that we aren't using in our home, and my husband attached it to the wall with hinges. And then back behind here, I don't know if you can see very well, there's a latch hook thing there, and it goes up to the wall and hooks there, because sometimes my father comes to stay with us, and this is the best room for him to be in, because there's a half bath and there are no stairs. So that's a good option if you need a place where you have to be able to clear the room out once in a while. It just goes up to the wall. The bottom of it's painted the same color as the wall, and then there's plenty of room to put a bed in here. The shelves and the desk organizer thing there, they all came from our auction as well. These things on the wall that hold my wooden stamps, some of my wooden stamps, and my washi tape, I got those at Target just when Christmas stuff is sold out. I've done this 2 years in a row now. These actually are the displays for ribbon, and they're usually in the back of the store where the seasonal stuff is. And sometimes they're attached with these little buttons on the shelf, but if you push them back and then lift them out, they come right out. But they're really pretty sturdy. I need to reinforce. I was trying to put little straws, you can see one in there, to hold the shelves up. I've also taken them down, flipped them the other way, and put the stuff back on them. But they work great. That's all my washi tape. I can see it. I can grab it from my desk. I use it all the time because it's right there. The stamps I should use more. They're really pretty and I like them. There's some of them I do use quite a bit, but I need to make that a thing and start using them more. I'm sorry, so back to the table. One mistake that I made that I want to tell you is I thought it would be super cool to paint it with chalkboard paint, because then I could write on it, or I don't know, I just thought that would be neat. That was a horrible idea. The little scraps of paper, dust, everything stuck to it, and it always looked dingy and dirty and terrible. So my next idea was to paint it with high gloss black paint, just to kind of streamline it. I didn't let it dry long enough. Well, I don't know when it would dry. It was just taking forever, and everything was sticking to it and pulling it up off the table. So I now need to sand that and repaint it with the right kind of paint, but it's going to have to be something in between chalk paint and shiny paint. This is a roll of paper that I got at Hobby Lobby when they were clearing everything out, and I just put it on there just to cover it and to give it a better color, because it's all chipped and awful underneath. It's really terrible. But anyway, so there's one thing that I wanted to share. This is an old drawer from my kitchen, and I like it because it's really long, and you can see it holds all of my cutters and stuff, which this is invaluable to have them right here where I can reach them, but they're not like stacked on top of each other where they get broken or they're hard to get to and that kind of stuff. So if you find something like that, you can repurpose. That works great. And then the bins at the table, I keep all of my punches here so I can get to them. And I have a CD case holder right here where I can reach it right from my chair. And it has ink in it, and then it has some of the stamp sets that I use more often. And then on this side, sorry, I should go slow. That bin holds my scraps of pattern paper. So when I'm making something, it doesn't really matter what kind of pattern paper I need. I look in there first. And then I have my ultimate envelope maker there. And then this works so well. I love this. So this is all of my scrap solids. And so I didn't find all folders. I need to keep looking, but I found some folders that were already a color. So see, this folder's blue and this folder's green. So you can guess that's what color paper is in it. This folder is red. Anyway, and then I've got metallics and like glitter paper, I'm not even sure you separated out, and envelopes in the back. When I need a scrap paper, I just bend over to the side, and here it is. This works so well, and having it already color coded is fantastic. I do need to go through it again and take out the really small pieces. You know, sometimes we save everything, and sometimes we realize we don't need everything. This is also a repurposed piece. You can get big frames like this at Goodwill and stuff. And I painted it, and then I stapled ribbon on the back of it in a few places. And then I'm just using various clips and things to hang up cards and stuff that I've received from my YouTube friends and family up there. And then the arrow sticker is actually from the dollar store. So I really like that piece. It just has a lot of fun memories on it. And as opposed to a corkboard or something, I think I'm fitting a lot more on there. I have quite a bit on there, but I just really love that. And this is a $12 shelving thing from Walmart. Was this from Walmart? It might have been Amazon. This is another piece from a drawer from my kitchen that I just used to kind of hold. You know, these kinds of things are hard to find a place for because there's just, I don't know, they just kind of go all over. So it's all confined in there. And then this is a piece from Hobby Lobby. And this is all of my dies. And I made little envelopes out of vellum and labeled them. And so anything that's building a flowerish kind of thing. And then some of them I've closed them up with washi tape just to keep them together because you can take that on and off. So you can see through them. So I can see what's in there. That one already had an envelope. And they're so cute. I love them that way. Anyway. And then over here is two bookcases stacked on top of each other with bins from the dollar store. And the top is like finished things, cards that I've done and projects that I've done, and my Stampin' Up! Collection is up there. So if I need a card, they're all up there together so I can find them. So one shelf is planner stuff, one shelf is some more the rest of my wooden stamps. And then I have like adhesives and bags and stuff, and then, you know, just books and that kind of thing. So that works out well. You can stack those bookcases. They're like $17 at Walmart, and I have them in a lot of colors. So this whole unit here, back up a little bit. This isn't what I started out with when I made my purchase at Christmas time for how I was going to redo my craft room. I've looked at those, like the IKEA cube things. I don't have an IKEA here though, and they were kind of pricey for how much I wanted to spend. So I had found, and I printed a picture of it, I had found this this cube situation on Amazon. It's a Unico cube thing. Great company. They couldn't have been any nicer. Great company, great product. I was a little misled by the fact that there are all these books and things on it, and by the weight limits that it said on it, but that could be me. I'm not going to say anything bad about this company because, again, they have been wonderful. It's a beautiful unit. I think the one I ordered had one more row on it. So we set this all up. You can picture it right there against the wall. Set it all up. My husband helped me. It has these little round snap together pieces, and you put them at every single corner, front and back, all the way around. And I did that. My husband helped me, and he double checked them for me to make sure they were really secure. And so everything in my craft room was out in the next room here. And I had organized it all. I'd gotten rid of a bunch of stuff. I got the shelving unit up, the cube unit up, and had everything in it, and I went to put one of these binders, was the last thing I was putting in, and I was putting it in like in the middle of the cube section, and the whole thing came down like a house of cards. Everything, if I was sitting on the floor in front of it, luckily I didn't get hurt. It just like a house of cards, seriously. All came down, everything in a mound around me on the floor. It was terrible, so terrible. And I literally, I unburied myself. I got up and I walked out. I had to go to work that afternoon, and I all day thought about what on earth am I going to do. So while I was at work, my sweet husband and my daughter picked everything up, took it out into the sunroom, sorted it as best they could, and then my husband went to Lowe's and bought these 3 shelving units. And they are weighted up to 350 pounds, so there hasn't been a problem. One of the things I like about them is the shelves are adjustable, so you can move them up and down when you put them together to have them at any height you want. This one I have open at the top. I don't have a shelf on top of it like I do on these over here because of the paper. I wanted to have it open on the top for the, because we have 12 by 12 and sometimes you've got odd things and mats and that kind of thing. So you can have it configured any way you want. See, this isn't the same as this one. But the other 2 I did do the same so it would look uniform. It works great with these bins that everybody's using. I have no problem getting stuff in and out. They slide on and off just fine, and it's super sturdy. And you can see I can fit a lot on them, and I don't have to worry about the weight. And they went together super easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So I highly recommend these from Lowe's. I can't remember how much they were. I want to say $50, maybe $75 a shelving unit, so they're a little bit pricey, but they're less expensive than those IKEA ones. So that's where all my paper is, my 12 by 12s, my solid cardstock, and then actually these are really from a refrigerator. We had a little lake house when we lived in Florida, and the refrigerator died, and I grabbed these out, and I was keeping pictures in them, but they work so well for my 12 by 12 paper because they're really, really sturdy and they hold all that heavy paper. Oh, so underneath here, there's black foam core. So my husband cut sheets of black foam core and put them on the bottom and on the outside edges of all these shelves that have paper on them, so it's not falling down through the slots. So that's kind of a very important thing that you would need if you're using these. I didn't need it for the bins because the spacing is perfect for the bins, but if you're going to put individual things like this on the shelf, this foam core is amazing, and it comes in every color. So if you have shelves that are a different color, you can get them in whatever you need. You can kind of see it better here. They're very sturdy. I want to say they're like $1 a sheet, and I think we use two sheets maybe. So super easy to do. And then the last thing, I bought one of these carts at Michael's, the Rose Gold cart. I use this to house my business. So all of my product is in here. It's all organized by color and some of my manufacturing samples and stuff in there. And I love this because if I really need to get into doing things, you can just move that around. If I need to take it in another room or I need to get into the paper and stuff, I can just get that out of the way. So that's been perfect. That is pretty much it. I just feel so blessed to get to have this space. These solutions are working well now. It's been a process to get it all together and going, and I'm just really, really grateful. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye.